Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Marlo. Hey, Miss Lindsay. Good morning. So I hope everybody had a wonderful week. I'm sorry on TikTok, it looks kind of dark. I don't know why it looks dark. It was normal when I started, and all of a sudden, as soon as it went live, it went dark. So I apologize. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that, but you had a great Thanksgiving with your kids. Excellent. So, okay, welcome to your weekly Tarotscope. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving week if you celebrate. If not, I just hope you had a wonderful week. So, I also hope you remember to say rabbit, rabbit last night and this morning. Those of you in the tribe got the reminder. So, hopefully, you did it. We are in the home stretch, you guys. This is the last month of 2025. You did? Good. The last month of 2025. This is the last month of a 9 year. Next month, shifting into a whole new energy. We're going into the 10-1 year. We're going into the fire horse year. We're going into everything. Oh, hi, Mom. I didn't think you'd be on here today. You did actually remember. Excellent. Good, good, good. So, a big year we're shifting into, and this month is where you're going to start to really buckle down and start preparing to plant those seeds for what you want to experience in this 10-1 year. This is where all the new beginnings happen, right? This is where, we just take off with a vengeance. Okay. So I'm so glad everybody's remembering rabbit, rabbit. Nice. Okay, so let's get started. Let's not wait. Let's get started. Let's balance our heart chakra. Let's get in the right alignment for the week, and let's find out what is coming up for us in the week ahead. Okay, it's very exciting. Like I said, December, last month of the year, it's a 12-month. So think about the hanged man. The hanged man is number 12 in the major arcana. He is really trying to look at things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, from a spiritual perspective. He is releasing, he is sacrificing all the things that really don't matter in his in his awakening. Okay, because the reason why he has to hang from that tree of knowledge is he needs to stay there until he finally gets it, till he finally has that aha moment. And the only way he can do that is by looking at things from a different perspective, and by shedding all the material things of life that he thought were important, but now not so much. Okay, so we're in the 12th month, connected to the hanged man. We're shedding all the things from the last 9 year cycle, the things that don't matter, the things that are not meant to, come into this 10-1 year with us. And then we're going into that 1 year, and it's connected to the magician and the wheel of fortune. Okay. So there we go. We want to make sure we're prepared. So let's balance out our heart chakra. All you're going to do is listen to the bowl sing for a few seconds. You're going to take nice, deep cleansing breaths, and then we'll get started right after. Okay. Here we go. Nice, deep breaths. Now let's all take one collective, super deep breath in. Fill up your lungs, expand your rib cage, pick up all the heaviness and the stress and the anxiety, and then let it go. Release it. You do not need it. All right, we are going to get our fairy blessing for the week. We're going to look at the days Monday through Thursday. Okay, on Friday, we're going to look at Friday through Sunday. So let's get our blessing for Monday through Thursday. Hey there. All right. Let's see. What is our blessing for this week? What is our blessing for this week? Ooh, a blessing of the wild within. Look at that. Looks like winter, right? Perfect for going into December and the cold weather that's come through. So let me read this to you. It's number 24. So let's see. This is your weekly blessing. It says, the fairy gift of the untamed heart. Within you is a place that is pure and untouched by conditioning and should nots. And it is to this place the fairy blessing of the wild within comes and rests and takes root within you this day. This very blessing is a calling back to your wild self, to the self that has been shaped and pummeled by the forces of family and culture and manner and jobs and timetables and by all the things in the human world that can cage us. And so the Fae offer you this shining blessing, which returns you for a moment to your own wild within. So you can remember what it felt like to be natural, to be unthinking and uncensored, to be innocent and dancing, to move when called to have that primal instinctual self take hold and fly with you. When this blessing comes, let that wild within flow all the way through you and find places and spaces in your life to allow the wind within to have its moment. Dance without fear of judgment. Speak, words falling like waterfalls from your lips. Sing and use the voice the great gift of nature has offered you. And never feel awkward or strange or like you don't fit in. Instead, knowing you are a deep part of all that is around you, and that somehow, by your very presence, you ignite a little of that wild within every side. I'm sorry, within inside every soul you meet. That was kind of weird. May the blessing of the wild within offer you a return to the natural, most innate parts of you, and let them arise and dance and sing and be loving towards all. Let the untamed heart of warmth that is all about you and bring you back to that sense of belonging to the earth and to the stars. Blessings of the fairy gift of the wild within you, friend. So there you go. It's coming back to your natural self. It's feeling this magical presence that's always been there, kind of like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, right? Where they're like, you've always had the power. You've always had this within you. You just didn't know it. You just didn't believe it, right? So it's having this, what I feel like is this recognition of, oh, yeah, it is there. I do have this. So that's fun. Okay. Let's get our overall tarot card for the week. Hey, Denise, and see what is coming up for us. And then y'all are going to choose the deck that I have for that I use for the days, right? Thank you, Denise. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the divination book. We're going to knock on it to clear all the energy off from the last time it was used. We're going to connect to the energy centers of our palms. We're going to take a nice deep breath. We're going to slow the energy down and focus it on the book. We're going to ask the book, what is our overall tarot message for this week, Monday through Thursday? What is our overall tarot message for this week, Monday through Thursday? And then we intuitively turn to a page. Oh, today we got the Lovers. Okay, so this book is designed for you to do a reading for yourself daily, but I'm going to change it to where I'm going to change the wording to where it's about this week. Okay, so today you drew the Lovers. This week, you may find yourself needing to decide between two options. You know what your conscious logical side sees, but you also want to consider what your subconscious intuition tells you. And what is your external influence? Can you receive advice and opinions from others while still maintaining your focus? You are your own person with the ability to check in with yourself and your spirit team to choose which option is best for you with confidence. What do you desire, and how can you be conscious of others' positive or negative influence without swaying the outcome? If you choose too quickly, only using the mind, you will likely regret it in the near future. Pause, go within, and listen to your intuition. It is your personal guidance system for a reason, and you are the one who must be at peace with the outcome. Okay? Because the Lovers first and foremost is about making a decision that is all your own. It's breaking away and doing something that you feel deeply aligned to, that you feel is important to you, at least right now, because you're branching out, right? it is about connection with others, and it can be about lovers. But like I said, first and foremost, especially on the fool's journey, and for those of you that have done the fool's journey, you see this to where the fool is graduating to this energy of like a teenager or a young adult, and he's really figuring out that he has his own mind, he has his own desires, his own consciousness, he has all of these things, and so he's going to start using it, and he's going to make the decision that he feels is right for him in his path. Okay, so that's what you're going to do this week is it's okay to have input from other people, but just understand that when you're getting input from other people, they aren't biased in one way or the other. Either they're biased because they want you to be safe and successful, and so they're like trying to keep you in this one area, or they're biased in a way to where they don't want you growing and expanding and doing better than them. So you have to really realize who you're talking to, who you're getting advice from, and are you making the decision that is best for you and your highest good. Okay, so I love your Mystic Muses book. I keep a copy on my desk. Oh, I'm so glad. Good. I love it when people use it daily. Okay. So, y'all are going to choose the tarot deck that I use. All right, YouTube, you're going to vote in the comments. TikTok, you're going to vote in the poll that I put up in just a second. Okay, I'm going to show you the decks first, and then you vote in the poll. So, deck number 1, my Yuletide Tarot deck. I've been waiting all year to be able to use this. Or deck number 2, traditional tarot. Okay, so TikTok, give me 1 second. I'll put the poll up for you. YouTube, you can go ahead and vote. If I can speak. All right, so TikTok, you're going to vote up here with that little blue clipboard right there. So deck number 1, the Yuletide Tarot, or deck number 2, traditional tarot. Choose in the poll, and YouTube, vote in the comments. Ones are getting it on YouTube. Yay. Deck 1 or deck 2? Deck 1 or deck 2? I'm so glad YouTube's liking the deck 1 because I'm a Christmas freak, if y'all didn't know that. I love Christmas so much. This is my time of year. This is my jam. Okay, we have about 18 seconds left. So deck 1 or deck 2? And then we'll see what everybody chose. 10 seconds. 1 or 2? 3, 2, 1. There we go. Oh, 100% 1. Nice. Can y'all see the poll? I can't see it. Your tree's been up since November 1st. Well, I haven't been able to put my tree up because my son has a demon cat that will bite through the wires. However, it's a big day today, and he is moving out today. Sad, but happy for him and proud of him, and he's taking that cat with him. Yay. I can finally decorate. I can finally have my other stuff out because she loves to chew on wires. And she's already ruined one of my lamps. And so he had to replace that. I mean, she's ruined so many things. But yeah. So I finally get to put my tree and stuff up and not have to worry. Yep, Luna. It's snowing there. Oh, man, I wish it would here. Maybe not today because he's moving today, but I hope it snows for Christmas. That would be amazing. Yeah, it is. You know, it's not his first time to move out. He has moved out before. But then he came back because I mean it's expensive, right? Especially where we live, it's really expensive. And so I told him, I said, you know, get your feet on the ground. And you know, what makes it more sad is I think this is going to be it, you know. So very proud, yet sad. You know, being a mom is not for the weak of heart, right? Especially when you're a single parent, because then they leave. Like, because he's moving out today. And then in January, my youngest turns 18. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, stop trying to leave me. They know I'm kidding. But yeah, Anywho, all right, let's find out what is coming up for us Monday through Thursday this week. Thank y'all. I'm going to pull one card for each day, Monday through Thursday. And we're going to see what is coming up for us this week. So I told my son, he's 23. I said, stay, make double pay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, save, save, save. All right, let's see. What is coming up for us this week? Oh, and for those of you who missed getting into the Power Challenge and saving $500, sorry, I sent out as many reminders as I could. And I know some of y'all got in at the last minute, so that was good. If you did not get in, you can still get in. It's now at the regular price. And there are still payment options for you, okay? You're new to tarot. What is my advice? Go to the link in my bio and take my free Tarot Foundations course. That's going to be my advice, okay? I show you how to connect with your deck and do all the foundational things. And then you'll move into the Fool's Journey. And then you'll move into the tribe where my tarot apprenticeship is, okay? That's the best advice I can tell you because I stair step it and I walk you through the entire process, okay? All right. Let's see what's coming up for us today, Monday. We have the Knight of Gifts. So this is the Knight of Pentacles. Great day for planting seeds. Great day for making a plan. When this is connected to the physical, we are making plans on what it is that we want to experience in our physical world. Financial, physical, like as the body, your home, your things. Okay. So the Knight of Pentacles, he is really making, he doesn't move very fast. Okay. So it can also feel like, oh, that's so fitting for my son moving out today, taking his physical things and he's moving, but it's going to take a while, right? That's a good example. But like I said, today might feel like it kind of moves a little bit slower, but it's also about being very intentional today with what you're doing, how you move, what you're investing in, what is around you. It's a great time, especially December. It's a great time for you to declutter and get rid of all the things that you do not want to bring into this new vibration in January. Okay. So, yeah, planting seeds, really figure out where you want to go, being conscious about every move that you make because the Knight of Pentacles has a goal. He especially has a financial goal and he wants to really do things that are going to give him a nice return. Okay. So, great day for investing in yourself, investing in your journey, moving things, decluttering, just really being intentional. Okay. Today is your husband's 43rd birthday. Oh, happy birthday to him. Okay. So let's look at Tuesday. Tuesday, we have the 8 of Gifts in return. So there might be a little bit, Tuesday, let me change what I was going to say. Tuesday, because it's in my head, change up your routine. There might be something that needs to be different today. Okay. Because when the 8 of Pentacles is showing up, this is about doing the same thing, refining what you're doing, kind of like repeating cycles over and over again or repeating patterns. Okay. So, number one, do things a little bit differently on Tuesday. Okay. Maybe take a different route, do your morning routine a little bit differently. There's something that needs to change here. Okay. Also, on Tuesday, this is a good day to really focus on the areas of your life where you haven't really worked on. Okay. There might be a situation that pops up and reveals to you an area of your life that you do need to work on because this is a good day for, really the 8 of Pentacles really wants you to work on yourself and it's refining yourself and it's doing whatever is necessary to get you to where you want to be, right? To where you feel confident in putting yourself out there. It is also the entrepreneurship card. So there might be something you're dealing with on Tuesday as well if you own your own business to where it's like, oh, okay, this is where I need to refine things. This is where I need to really pay attention and work on this area of my business because it's not quite working out. Again, I do feel like there's an energy of needing to do things differently tomorrow. Okay, let's look at Wednesday. Wednesday, we have the Wheel of Fortune and revert. You guys, this card keeps coming up. Okay. It's in reverse on Wednesday. Not a great day for travel. This would be travel through the air because you're probably going to hit delays and all kinds of things. If you are traveling at all, you're probably going to hit delays. Uh, you're getting a big snowstorm. Ah, see, I wish we would. Anywho, yeah, like the fox was. This is when cards keep repeating, y'all, when cards keep repeating, this is a message of pay attention. Remember, next year is connected to the Wheel of Fortune. That's why this card keeps coming up. So when this is in reverse, it's indicating that there is a delay, there is a cog in the wheel, there is something that you are not aligned to. Now, this can mean that you're not aligned to the things that you think you're aligned to, right? You're like, oh yeah, I'm awakening, I'm doing this and this and that, but your ego is still way over here. It can be that, it is not the best time to make a big move on Wednesday. Okay, not for the whole week, just on Wednesday. It's saying that there is a delay, saying it's not a no, it's just a not right now. Okay. Let's see. And I love it because it says the wheel of the year. This doesn't say the wheel of fortune, it says the wheel of the year. So again, this is another great day for you to really reflect on the past 9 years and what you've experienced and how you want to do things differently in this 10-1 year, because that's when that wheel starts turning. Because remember, we don't just have the wheel of fortune connection, we also have the fire horse. I mean, this is like movement. Okay. Let's look at Thursday. Thursday, we have the page of good cheer. This is the page of cups. So there is a message coming in on Thursday. There is something like serendipitous that happens on Thursday. Okay. Because the page of cups is like, it's like the energy of like, I never would have imagined. I never would have thought. Okay. Kind of like on the Light Seers Tarot, it has like a pig up above the head. It's like when pigs fly. So this is something that comes to you. It could be a message from the divine. It could be a message from somebody else. It could be some sort of opportunity coming in where you're like, holy crap, like I never thought this was going to happen. And it's a good, positive message. Okay. We're getting snow Tuesday into Wednesday. Ah, I'm so jealous of y'all. Let's look underneath. Ooh, look, you guys. We have the child, which is the fool. Okay, lying underneath the deck. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I know I sound like a broken record and I might even sound a little bit crazy, but I'm telling you, if you listen to any of the real astrologers and the people that actually know, this next year is going to be a massive year for kicking off the next 9-year cycle. We have such revolutionary energy happening in the next year, 2 years, all of that. Okay. So it's like you really need to pay attention and make sure that you know your soul blueprint, you know your roadmap, and you know exactly what you're doing over the next at least 1 to 2 years. Okay. Because once you get through next year, like you're planting the seeds next year, you're opening yourself up to new opportunities, you're starting new things next year, then you're going to have that ripple effect. Because not only is 2026 a 10-1 year, 2027 is an 11 year. Okay, are y'all listening? There's an 11 year, like there's so much happening. Okay, what was that card? This was the page of cups. So it's the page of good cheer. The full moon in Gemini on Thursday. Thank you, Lisa. So think about that. The full moon in Gemini. Gemini is the twins. Think about the lovers card that we had, that we pulled for the overall message, right? What is the lovers? Gemini. It's communication. It's looking at both sides. It's movement and fluidity. It's about deciding where you want to go and what you want to do. This is a time. This is like go time. This is a preparation time. And then January 1st, ultimate go time. That makes sense? Big energy. And then we have that blessing of the wild within. And it's telling you, this is about you really feeling connected this week with your spiritual self and just kind of like knowing intuitively what to do, where to go. But you have to act on that. You can't just be like, oh, okay, well, there's a thought. It doesn't work that way. Okay. You have to take action when it's the best time to do so. Let's see. And we have three major arcana showing up this week. We have the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Fool. The Lovers is the Lovers is overall. The Fool is underneath, and the Wheel of Fortune is on Wednesday, like right in the middle. So all of that's showing up. All right, let's see what else we need to know this week. Oh, we have number 26, hostilities. And think about that. Look at that sword. Okay. So this is going to be having to deal with another person. This is why the Lovers shows up here. Okay. The Lovers is telling you that it's time for you to make the decision that is best for you. So the hostility can be coming from another person, or it can be coming from within. Kind of like, the calls coming from within the house. Where are the hostilities in your life? Is it up here, or is it surrounding you? You have to decide. So it's telling you, be aware of when you start making changes, there could be a situation, because again, we have that blessing of the wild within. The wild within is saying, I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to do whatever I feel is right for me. And, screw it. I'm just doing it. And then that's where you might experience those hostilities from other people, or it could be your own mind trying to keep you safe, that ego trying to keep you safe. And it's like arguing with you. And you're like, no, but I know I need to do this. I know this is right. Okay. That might be a pattern that needs to be changed on Tuesday. It could be on Wednesday. Like, there might be something that pops up and it's like, don't engage, right? The Wheel of Fortune is, we're going to do something different now. We're going the opposite way than what we would have done in the past, which is engage in some sort of drama. Okay. The house alarm's going off with that card. Oh, all right. Let's see. And it could be just a feeling of something catches you off guard, but you'll be fine. You follow your intuition, you follow your knowing, you stand your ground, you know who you are, and then you don't have to worry about it. It might be also that maybe you're out doing something on Tuesday, and maybe you're going out trying to purchase gifts and whatever, and you come across somebody that's just in a bad mood, a bad attitude, and you're like, you know what, I'm not even going to engage with you. Or maybe you stand up and you defend somebody. Okay. Let's see what else we need to know. Hey, Jessica. Let's see. All right, we have the Mountain, but it's in reverse. It's number 6. Okay. So I'm seeing 6s show up a lot too, because we have 24, we have 26, and we have 6. So let's find out what the Mountain wants to tell us. If you're new to tarot and oracle, you 100% can read out of your oracle books, because the oracle message is the oracle message. Okay. I have probably 50 or more oracle decks. I'm not memorizing every card, and you don't have to. Okay. Tarot, you do need to memorize, because it is one deck, but the cards change as they are laid out, as they're reversed next to other cards, all of that. So you do need to memorize tarot. You do not have to memorize oracle. Okay. So it says in reverse, there is an obstacle to your inquiry. This is not the time to move forward. Wait a while. I feel like that's definitely on Wednesday. Be patient, and a way around the mountain will be revealed. Pushing forward isn't in your highest good. Don't try to climb too high to grasp the prize that seems out of reach, because it is for now. If you exceed your limits, you'll find yourself tumbling down and you'll get hurt. Remain open to a new possibility rather than stubbornly forging ahead. So, do you hear that? It's telling you not to force your way into something that you think is the right way. It's telling you to sit back and relax, and it's going to show you the way, then you act. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because us as humans, we are very limited in our view. We can't see the big picture, right? So we have to trust in our connection with the divine to show us the right way that is best for us. Okay. So it's telling you, don't force something, allow the opportunity to open up and you move forward. Okay. That might be also where that hostility shows up. It's like you're trying to do something that isn't right for you, or you're being called to do something, you're being called to whatever it may be, but your ego is arguing with you and fighting with you and telling you, no, that's not the way, that's not the way. It can't be right, you know. And that's where you have to really tell the ego to be quiet. December split in half is also six. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. It's like, be strategic, be conscious, be intentional about your movements. Absolutely. Work smarter, not harder. Too many people work way too hard because they're trying to force something that either society thinks we're supposed to do or they see somebody else doing, but it's not meant for them. So they're trying to force it and they are just beating their head against the wall, right? And it's pointless. Once you stop doing that, you focus on yourself, you know who you are, you understand your roadmap, then everything becomes so much easier. Okay. Why is it so hard to learn tarot? Well, because there are 78 cards. Each card has several meanings. Plus, then you reverse them and they have several meanings. Then you put them in a tarot spread and it's a whole nother language. So you absolutely can learn tarot, but you have to take it step by step by step. Okay. This is why I put my tarot apprenticeship in my tribe. So you can be in there, you can be learning tarot step by step. It takes you through each module and you can ask questions when you need. Okay. It is difficult to learn tarot. Anybody that's saying it's easy is lying to you. Okay. They're just trying to sell you something. They are trying to put themselves above you and it doesn't work. Tarot is not easy. It is a whole nother language. Plus, then you tap your intuition on top of that, and there you go. It's not, so you got to give yourself grace. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we need to know. Look at that. It says slow climb. You are getting there one steady step at a time with a little bit of effort. I mean, talk about the Knight of Pentacles, talk about the Mountain card, you know, and the hostilities might be just an obstacle you have to overcome. Here it says, worth the effort. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, knowing your dedication will lead to rewarding discoveries. There you go. See, it's all about the journey. Yes, it is about slowing down and being intentional. I knew somebody that would always like bump her elbow or spill things or trip on things. And she'd be like, I don't know why this always happens to me. I'm like, because you're not moving with intention. You're just blindly doing things and you're not paying attention. So when you move with intention, everything shifts. You see the way. Okay. You can't move unconsciously. It's someone in the way. Very well could be, Stephanie. Very well could be. There will always be people that have their opinions, people that, want to They want to have their opinion or put their input in. And again, either they're thinking they're helping you and keeping you safe, or they're trying to sabotage. It depends on the person, right? It depends on their intentions. But you have to ultimately make the decision in your life, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, all the things. You always have to make the decisions that are best for you and your highest good, not because you feel like you need to go along with society, or you feel like, well, my family does it this way, so I have to do it this way, or this is just the trend now and we have to do it this and that way. No, you have to do things and make the decisions, go on the paths that are for you. Okay. And there will be people that don't support you until they start seeing you experience success. There will be people that don't support you at all, and that's okay. They have their own journey, you have yours. Those are not your people. All right, what else do we need to know? Didn't we get this again just the other day? Pleasure. Or was this a personal reading? I can't remember. So it's number 39. So, what is this about? It's about really making sure that you're doing things that are for you. It's making sure you are slowing down and you are like really taking care of your mind, body, and soul. Okay. Think about this lovely bubble bath, right? It feels good to soak in a bath and relax your muscles and just take time to stop, you know? So this week, make sure that you are doing things that not just bring you pleasure, because here's the thing, like not everything in your life, I'm not going to feed you some delusional BS and say, oh, your life, every single thing you do should bring you pleasure. It doesn't. I mean, I don't like doing the dishes. I don't like cleaning. I don't like having to think of what to cook every day. you know, I don't like all the tedious work that I have to do to, on the back end of my business. I don't like doing all that stuff, but it supports my life. It's part of being human. But that's why it's also important for you to bring in things that do bring you pleasure, because there needs to be a nice balance, right? Life is all about being balanced between our human, we got to do this kind of stuff self, and our higher self that can experience manifestation, miracles, pleasures, abundance, all of that. Okay. You cannot bypass your human self. You cannot bypass your spiritual growth. It doesn't work that way. We still exist in this human world. We are still humans. Let's not be delusional and act like we're not. That's when you go into psychosis. Weekend Tarotscope. I don't ask about learning tarot. I don't know what you're asking. Melody, if you would like to get a private reading, you can go to the link in my bio and you can choose which reading that you would like. This one right here is our collective weekly Tarotscope. All right, let's see. And just know, Melody, if you go to someone asking about a timeline, just know that you're always going to get different answers because it depends on the decisions that you're making. Either you are stretching the timeline out or you're bringing the timeline closer. Okay. So just be aware that you could very well likely get a lot of different answers, and timing is very tricky when you're trying to predict something. Even psychics, mediums, astrologers, tarot readers, numerologists, all that, the real ones don't really like to always solidify a time because it can change based on your decisions and your vibration, if you're pushing it away or if you're pulling it closer. Okay, so I just want you to know that. All right, what else? What is our spirit animal for this week? It feels like this week, it's like we're being intentional. It's kind of maybe feels like it moves a little bit slower, but it's telling you to do the work and balance it out with taking time out for yourself. Okay. Exactly. Amy, she said free will has a lot to do with that timeline. Yep. Oh, look, sea otter, happiness. They're so cute, right? It says, be the master of playful living, release expectations, and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. See? It's telling you more so to relax into the movement of the universe, to the alignment of where you're supposed to go. I'll give you examples. It's like there are certain things that I do within my life or in my business that just align to the cosmos, or they align to my numerology, and I wasn't doing it consciously. I was following my subconscious. Okay. I was following my intuition and listening to the messages that I was getting, right? So that's how you live in alignment, is you pay attention to those things. You feel what's right within your body and you move, or you wait until it feels right to move. Okay. Then that's how you surrender to the universe. You're like, show me the way. Give me, the sign that it's go time. Give me the sign to wait. You can make your own language with your higher self and with the universe. Like, show me this if I need to wait. Show me this if it's, if I need to move. But also, you need to really practice with feeling what it feels like in your body. Don't always wait for an outside or external validation. You have it all in here. Okay. So, whenever you feel really drawn to something, try it. Okay. It's just life. I mean, we're here for a very short amount of time. So, really hesitating and spending time on BS is not serving you. I was thinking about this yesterday, I think it was. I was like, man, next year I'm going to be 45. And I'm like, wow, that's like half ish of my life is done. I have maybe half, if I'm lucky, half or more to live. And it's like, when you think about it in that aspect, it's like, you know what, none of this other petty shit matters. It really doesn't, because I'm here for just a short amount of time, and I'm going to make the best out of it. So you can do the same thing. Yeah, I got one of those hits today. I should take my lunch to work. I didn't listen, and when I got it, it started to pour. Oh no. I'm gonna check the weather. It's going to be raining. Oh no. Yep. See, that happens, right? That happens. You have to have those intuitive hits. There are things that still, I mean, believe me, I'm not perfect. Believe me, there are things that come to me. And I'm like, oh, I should do that. And I'm like, I don't feel like it or whatever. And then stuff like that happens as well. I'm like, damn it, I knew it. So yeah, it happens. Right? We're on the back nine. It does count more than ever before. Yeah. So, like the first half, you're learning, you're experiencing, you're going through all the trials and tribulations, you're getting all the crappy stuff out of the way. So, when you get to mid ish life, right around 40 is when you have a massive shift in your life. Okay. So, when you hit that, that's when everything should start to smooth out for you if you learned from the obstacles that you went through in the early life. Okay. And that's when you start putting all those lessons and all that knowledge into practice. Are you going to have all the answers? No, nobody has all the answers. If they act like they do, again, scammer, run. But you have the answers that you need, okay? Listen to your intuition and gut, because your heart and mind will get you mad at yourself. Yeah. All right, what else do we need to know? Look at here, we have children involved. And I think this is very interesting because we have the sea otters, the happiness, we have the page of good cheer. We have, all these things showing us, we have the fool underneath, right? So this is going to be, you have children involved that are watching you, that are, really learning from you, or we have the inner child involved. Okay. We all have an inner child. And that inner child is either healing or they're keeping you stuck because they're scared and they're afraid of what's going to happen. But you know what? You're an adult now. And you can tell that inner child, like, hey, don't worry, I've got you. We're going to be just fine. We were doing the best we could back then. You didn't have the power to do whatever you needed to do back then, but now you do. Okay. I like that. Right? We can't force our round selves into their square hole anymore. Yeah, exactly. Ain't doing it. Oops. And you might even get an invitation to something on Thursday with that page of good cheer. Why does this keep coming up? You guys, we keep getting repeating cards. I mean, look how thick this oracle deck is. And we keep getting this card. Fangs, energy sucking, emotionally draining, shadow self, negative people or environment. I feel like it's all the above. It's like, are you surrounding yourself with people that just suck the life out of you? Are you not paying attention to your shadow self and you're letting your ego mind run wild and it's wearing you out? It can do that. It can think of every single scenario to where things don't work out. And guess what? That is exhausting. Exhausting. Okay. What about every single scenario where it could work out? You have to change that mindset because the ego, again, wants to keep you safe. It wants to keep you in one spot because that's all it knows. It only knows what it's experienced. So it's like, okay, based off of past experience, it's really safe just to stay in the house and not go anywhere. But we can't live like that. And then we have people around us that are just Debbie Downers. They suck the life out of us. They again have their own bias. They want to keep us safe, but really they're really draining the joy and the magic out of our dreams and our hopes and our aspirations. That's why I tell people, if you're working on something and you're excited about it and all these things, like, don't tell anybody, or just be very selective of who you tell, because most people are not going to be that excited for you, or they're not going to fully understand it, and it kind of takes the wind out of your sails, and that affects you. It affects your timeline. It affects everything. Okay. Yes, we are approaching the winter solstice. Time to get quiet and go within. There's Jamie. It's a beautiful time of year, but also time these things peak too. Yeah, they really do. Yep. All right. What else? What else? Nope, it didn't split properly. There we go. We got this one again too. Pathway. Number 35. You are creating your own pathway. Yeah, telling people everything is an energy leak. Yes. So this is all about your path. This is all about where you're going. It is a twisting, winding road. If it was straight, it would be so boring. Okay. You are creating change. Whatever you're expressing, however much you're allowing yourself to transform, is how your path is going to unfold in front of you. Does that make sense? So if you're not allowing yourself to change and shift and grow and to be your authentic self, then you're going to kind of like be on that hamster wheel where you're experiencing the same path over and over again. Like in movies where they trying to find their way out of the forest, but they keep coming back to the same location. That's going to be you. Okay. But if you take intentional steps and you start doing things differently. You start investing in your growth, in your awakening, you're shedding things, you're allowing your relationships to change and be whatever they need to be, and you're doing all these things, then you start experiencing that new part of the path where you didn't see that before. You didn't experience that before. And it's because you were stuck on that hamster wheel. You kept going, same path, same place, same path. Okay? You have to make that change. What did I miss? Oh, yes. I was reminded of that lesson recently. Mind your business and keep your business to yourself. Yeah. Let's get our money message and see what it's telling us. What is our money message? Whoops, for this week. I did that. What is our money message for this week? Oh, look, stability. I like that. It says your financial future promises to be stable and prosperous. How does that feel when I say that? Tell me, how does that feel? When I say your financial future promises to be stable and prosperous, how does that feel? Safe, nice, good, stress free, fucking amazing, awesome. About time, right? So it can be that. It can be that way now. You have to consciously make that decision. Okay. Like protection on the journey that feels hard now. Okay. Affirming, amazing and blissful. I believe it in my body. Good. Number 2, take control of your finances to create stability in your life. Just like that email I sent out where Miss Dorinda gave me permission, where she talked about how she realized how much she was spending on TikTok Shop and I think Amazon, I can't remember, but she realized that she could invest in the deep dive session with me. And so she did, because she's like, oh, I spend that much, if not more, on just purchasing things from TikTok Shop when I can invest in a session, like a deep dive session. And so that's what she did. So you have to reallocate your spending to be, instead of, something that pacifies you or gives you that dopamine hit, and it needs to be something that you're investing in. What is it in your future that you want to experience? What do you need to invest in now? And what do you need to invest in the future? Okay. Number 3, excellent time to take action on any money related ventures, especially today. Okay. Today is a good time for those investments because we have the Knight of Pentacles. Your future self will be so grateful that your past self or your present self made the decisions that they've made to set themselves up for success. Okay. Stop numbing yourselves and invest in yourself. Oh, I love that. See, there you go. She knows. We do numb ourselves a lot, right? That's why TikTok Shop and Amazon and all that is so popular. It's because it's very easy to numb yourself. It's very easy to get that little dopamine hit, and then you know, then you got to have another one because the high is over. But if you invest in yourself and you start doing things that really make a massive difference, that high keeps going. All right, let's see. And we're going to talk about all of that in the power challenge. Okay. We're going to talk about your relationship with yourself. We're going to talk about your relationship with other people. I'm going to show you how to set boundaries like a freaking badass. I'm going to show you how to bust through the money blocks and to have a good relationship with money. And it's going to be like you cannot go through the power challenge and end the power challenge as the same person. Okay. So, those of you that have got in, I'm so excited for you. You're going to love it. You can still get in. It's just at regular price now. But like I said, there are payment options. There are multiple payment options at checkout. Okay. You can do the one lump sum, but you can also go through, I think, Afterpay or Affirm or whatever it's called at checkout, or you can do it in 3 payments. Okay. So I've made it as easy as possible for y'all. Look, we have Devas. Isn't that cool looking? Look how magical that looks. And it looks like it goes with the blessing of the wild within. Okay, I'm going to read this to you. Denise said facts. Yeah, she went through the power challenge, as did the other gals in here. And it was so fun. For me, it was like really fun getting to watch them go through this whole transformation. I love it. Oh, look, it's number 10. How about that? So let's see. I don't want to read this whole thing. Okay, Davis are masters of energy and encourage you now to master your own. Learn about your reactivity to issues and events. Gain greater insight into your being. What you're putting out, what are you putting out to the universe? Ask the Davis for help with this task so you can move through this life's changes with ease. They've made themselves known to you and encourage you to work with the energy of crystals to turn your thoughts and actions into positive processes. Working with Crystal Davis can align you with the vibration suited towards the shift you're looking for or physically working on. Right now, you are being guided to connect to um, all the Davis of the earth realms. Take a gentle walk through the bushland or gardens, visit ponds, lakes, or streams, connecting to the breath of nature. So it's talking about really connecting to what is the natural world. Remember, we have the blessing of the wild within, connecting to your natural self, your magical self, your higher self, your spiritual self, whatever you want to call it. Okay. It's all about connection because, we live in this world where crazy shit happens. And the more we connect to our higher selves, our spiritual selves, and the universe, the easier we can move through it. And speaking of crystals, yeah, we got to do our crystal deck. Whoops. Oh, hang on. I got to verify myself. Oh, gosh, come on. There we go. Okay. Let's get our crystal for the week. What is our crystal for this week? I see lots of blues and yellows in these cards. Blue is connected to the throat chakra. Yellow is connected to the solar plexus, intuition, and speaking, right? Blue is also healing. Yellow is also connected to wisdom. Oh, we have amethyst. Look how pretty that is. Oh, hey, listen, this crystal deck that I'm using right now, it's linked, TikTok, it's linked in my bio. YouTube is linked down below in the description. It is on Cyber Monday sale, 11% off. Nice. So here we have amethyst. Look how pretty that is. It says cleansing, healing, inspiration. Amethyst gently wraps you in its cleansing energy, soothing your mind and guiding you toward inner peace. Trust in its wisdom to deepen your intuition and protect your spirit on your journey of growth and healing. There we go. Okay. So if you have amethyst, keep it close this week and it's going to help you. I mean, you could do it every day. The deck is amazing. Definitely buy it. Yes, I agree. It is amazing. And it will connect to your readings really quickly. Y'all seen it do that with mine. All right. I haven't missed anything, have I? So make sure that you get into the power challenge for our 7 week journey together starting January 14th. Okay. Also, I still have spots available in the inner circle. It's the Quantum Master Academy inner circle. So what we're going to do is I'm taking a small group through tarot, advanced tarot, and numerology. You are going to have accredited credentials by the time you're finished. Okay. We're going to spend the entire 2026 together and you're going to be learning, deep learning tarot, advanced tarot, and numerology. And by the time by the time we're done, you will have 3 credentials, not just 3 certifications, 3 credentials. Okay, this allows you to get uh, business insurance. Uh, Other businesses and people will take you more seriously because you are accredited. Okay, it holds a lot more weight than just a regular certification. Okay, so make sure that you check out the inner circle. If you have any questions, DM me. Feel free to ask. I don't mind answering any questions because we are going to spend a year together. So the class is already halfway full. I have a little bit more for y'all to come in. So make sure that you get in now because we do begin that on January 6th. I wanted to give us a little bit of time to get into the new year and get kind of back into our, not really routines, but settle in. But we're going to start January 6th. And that's where we're going to meet every other week. We're going to meet at least twice a month. And then we're going to have quarterly intensives to where I also bring in people for you to read for and practice on. We're going to do all the things. You're going to know how to read tarot for good, and you're going to know how to be a numerologist as well. It's so worth it, y'all. Yeah, see, Stephanie is in my QMA right now. Many of these ladies in here are in my QMA now, and they went through the whole gamut of learning. And we are finishing up now with business training. So, yeah, it's fun. We have a great time. All right. Now we have the Rebel deck. So if you get your feelings hurt easily, it's time to scroll away. Let's see what our message is from the Rebel deck. It's been amazing and worth every minute and every penny. Nice. Thank you for that, Stephanie. All right, let's see. Whoa, okay. Oh, some good shit's about to happen. Don't let your issues fuck it up. See, it really says that. Some good shit's about to happen, you guys. But your issues can mess it up. Think about that. Why do we sabotage the good things in our life? Because we don't believe that good things are going to happen to us. We don't believe that we're worthy. We don't believe this and that. And that's all just conditioning. It's all conditioning. Okay. You deserve every good thing this life has to offer, just like the next person. Okay. You were no different. You are not the exception to the rule. You deserve all the goodness. Okay. That is one thing that I had to learn as well. It's like, you know what? I'm deserving. I deserve good things too. And good things started to happen. Okay. So, there's so many things that happen whenever we're really close to like taking that leap of faith. And there's going to be so many things that go on in your brain and in your gut. And it's just everything that's like all this energy because you're about to make a massive shift. And that's where most people stop because that energy that they feel, that anticipation, they think it's a sign of, oh, no, I shouldn't be doing this because I'm nervous or I feel weird. And that's the universe going, no, that's the energy we're giving you to jump to go through this block that you've been setting up for so long. Okay. So you need to understand how to recognize what that is and what that feels like. I've had to work with so many people on busting through those blocks, those energetic walls, because people misinterpret them. And it's like, no, this anticipation is it's excitement, it's energy, it's drawing you forward, but it's the ego that holds you back. Okay? So, yes, I know you know. I had to give you a little shove. Sometimes people need a little push to leap, but no, it can be very off-putting or confusing when you're feeling that energy. And that's, again, that's why most people stay stuck. That's why most people fail and they never experience the things that they want to, because it's just they don't know how to interpret it. So it is what it is. But if you have any questions about the power challenge or the inner circle, feel free to DM me. I don't mind at all. My email is also on my website, TikTok. It's also on my profile. What else was I going to say? Oh, if you're just getting into learning and you want to experience my teaching style, get into my free Tarot Foundations course. You will get to experience my teaching style, see if you like it. And if you do, then get in it. Okay. Um, but yeah, anything else, everything is linked in my bio. I will be working on our VIP sessions this month. I'm so excited for those of you who got in. Yay. It's going to be fun. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful week. And if you need anything else, everything is linked in my bio, or send me a message. Okay. All right. Mwah. Love you all. I will see you Friday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we're going to find out what's coming up in the weekend ahead. Okay. Bye, y'all.